Taking it.
Gee, ain't no fucking way. Because the
I,
other niggas is cracking too. I'm not doing none of that shit. I
But
got,
that's your
I got triple A. I
assumption.
got
But
triple A.
right, how you know
I'm,
other
Like
niggas
I'm just
cracking?
saying
that's
because
your
I've been
assumption.
the other nigga that's cracking for a long time. Let me tell you something. I got triple
Sean,
A.
every
I'm
nigga not
calling
like you
triple
though.
A.
You gotta
I heard
realize
everything
it.
you said. So I'm calling triple A. I'm sending them motherfuckers through that bitch. They gonna take care of that shit. I'm not. Other niggas is cracking that motherfucker. I'm not. You ain't my chick. I'm not doing none of that shit. Once again, this is where as a nigga you gotta set the standard, my nigga. No, I'm not tricking on none of that shit because chances are either I am the side nigga dick or you got some side nigga dick. If you ain't my chick, I'm not doing none of that
Y'all
shit.
gotta stop with the assumption that every bitch got a side nigga dick, because that shit is crazy
I've
to me.
been side nigga dick for decades.
Because that's
So
you,
now you're going to
side,
project
That's
onto
projection.
other.
you.
No,
Yeah.
just because you
That's
chose to be,
projection.
but you chose to be a
Me
sad
and my
nigga.
niggas have been side nigga dick
But
for
you
decades.
chose to be a sad
But
nigga though.
that ain't my point. But I choose not to be a trick. Is my point.
So
It ain't about the side nigga thing. I'm saying if you not my bitch, then I'm not obligated to do none of that shit.
So
so
we
let
said
me
Now,
it's
if
ask
you
no
my
you this,
girl, we
Shawn.
locked in.
obligation.
If you my girl, nigga, we locked in. But your premise wasn't your girlfriend. That wasn't your premise. If it's just some chick I'm cracking, it's just a chick I'm cracking. What's your hot water heater going out? You calling me too? You out your fucking mind, shorty?
No, that was my perspective when I made the video. I said that you shouldn't be providing for a woman that you're not.
That's
Tamia,
why I
stay
agree
out
with
the
you.
way. You good. You
Oh,
stay out
okay,
the way.
okay,
That's why
okay.
I agree with Tamia. That's why I
See, but
say
truth be
listen to this
told,
very wise woman from Chicago. You hear me? You know what I'm saying?
but truth be told, most women feel like once they give up some ass, you supposed to do shit for them. Like
why?
Because
Shit.
they're
Say
misguided.
what you want to
Because
they're
a
feel.
lot of
Because they
women,
think that pussy is power nowadays and they use it like a big like it's a
they use it
exchange.
as
Credit
leverage.
card.
Like
Yeah.
they do,
women don't
and part of
understand.
that is because of how they were raised, so to speak, right? So the people who was in their ear, the people who told them, "Girl, you should never be broke because you got that thing in between your legs," like these are things that you hear as women. Like, but as you get older and understand and recognize how relationships work, the expectation should not be there for a man who you fucking to do anything for you because he's going to expect something in return. And for me, what's my obligation then? Because if that's the obligation, if I'm obligating you to do the shit that I need you to do around my house, change my tire, all that shit, like you my husband, now what's my obligation? Because you're gonna expect something in return.
Hey, Hamp, gee, look, this is the problem, Hamp.
Fuck you
This is
too.
exactly why that first date that Explicit was talking about, fuck my taste, Hamp. Nah, she getting some basic shit because we have to differentiate between what your main bitch get and what a piece of pussy gets. We have to differentiate, my nigga. We have to. When you my girl, I want to treat you special. I want you to know you special. I don't want you to even have to think about that shit. Everybody can't get that treatment because otherwise, why would you be special? You feel me? So I'm not going to introduce you to anything I'm not going to maintain, and I'm not going to maintain none of that shit ever, unless you're my girl.
Okay, so are you having that conversation
I
at the first
concede.
date with the
Yes.
woman? Or are
Yes.
you okay? Okay, so that's
Yes.
fair. If you're having that conversation through the gate, then that's fair.
No, see, I
Mhm.
don't. No, Sean, I concede based on what we hearing, right? To my initial premise. However, I don't think you should concede that to me. Why am I explaining myself? I took you on this date because that's where I wanted to take. It ain't about
No.
expectations or how much I spent. You gonna have fun or you ain't.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is when he says like when he went into this is only for my basically not him explaining himself, but him saying like setting the tone, what his intentions are with the woman that he's on a date with.
Oh,
Like, all right, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just for the record, to me, I'm gonna talk. We're gonna be talking for probably months, even before I decide if we can go on a date, because we need to make sure that it makes sense for us to go on a date. I'm dead ass serious. I don't care how you look. We got to make
Oh
sure that
shit.
it makes sense for us to go on a date. It just has to make sense. So
Plus, it's wild though. It take that much.
we get through all that red tape up front. We gonna have plenty of conversations, and it might make sense for us to never go on a fucking date.
Okay.
But
See,
months
that's
is
probably why
wild.
you think they got a side nigga, because it takes all these months.
What's the
Yeah,
average, Sean?
if
What's the average amount of months, Sean?
you gotta talk to a chick for months and not go on a date, like you don't like her.
It
Those
ain't
are
about gotta. It's choose to. It's not
like
got.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you like somebody and you, after a couple of conversations, you know whether or not you want to continue to talk to somebody. Like,
Nah, I
the
don't.
2 conversations, I know whether or not this nigga is gonna make it into next week or not.
I don't.
So
And who's letting you what you doing them to death for months? Like
wouldn't make
who's
it past
what
the
Girl,
month
what
if I
like
woman
wasn't
the
is
going on no date.
allowing you to what you doing her to death?
Hey, that shit works. This the thing, man. Y'all don't, you see, y'all don't converse with niggas and get to know them in general.
we
Absolutely.
do, but it just
It
don't
don't
be
take
on the phone
months.
for months,
Look,
Shawn.
That's
That'd be
wild.
the problem.
this is that's the problem. That's the exact problem. Look, this is the thing, right? I'm gonna tell y'all why I started doing this because otherwise I'm cracking in the first week and you're gonna get treated like everybody else.
Oh, you're not correct.
Damn, cracking in the first week is even crazy.
I realize that gets you nowhere, generally speaking. You know what I'm saying? So otherwise, I'm gonna crack you real quick, just like everybody else, and you're gonna be like everybody else.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen with me.
Okay, so
Well,
3
at
months,
least
right?
he's
So we talking,
honest.
right?
Wait,
So
wait,
so,
wait, wait,
so, there- so
ho, splits. What?
You want to
Who
motherfucker
died
that's
and
I'm
honest.
made
reckoning on
you?
first week.
Who died and made you king? What?
Me?
Why can't that happen to you?
Because I don't get down like that. I need to like have some type of connection. I need to know that I really like you. I need to see some type of future with you. I like being out here and just fucking niggas for fun is not what's up.
So why
so
you
how
got
you
so much
disagree with me
pushback?
and then disagree with me
Because
on both ends?
because my point was just that I could see weeks, I can't see months. Like
Hey,
I don't
listen,
think it take months
she
for me
gonna
to
see
talk to
whatever I
somebody
need her
to
to
know
see. That's what she gonna
whether
see.
or not I like them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She gonna see whatever I need her to see.
Again, I cancel niggas after 2 conversations. It don't take that long for me to know that I like you.
Damn, you know how many buses run a day?
That's
This
cool.
one,
Look,
next
hey, look,
That's
15
cool, but
one coming.
I
let's
don't
just say,
communicate with a whole lot of
let's just
dudes.
say you're
Like,
a bad chick, right? Any nigga that can get you as a bad chick can get more bad chicks. It don't fucking matter. He won't remember your name. It won't matter. You don't have to have a sense of urgency or be thirsty. I would think women would agree with this.
it's not urgency. I don't have a sense of urgency. I just don't think it takes that long to know whether you like somebody.
Look, for the men, look, I hope I got a solo shot with this. For the men, look, be judicious with your time and with your resources. Don't be in such a rush to get some pussy. If you really out here trying to find something that's gonna really last, bro, don't be in such a rush to get some pussy. Actually get to know her.
But
Y'all,
why we can't know each other
y'all
in
might
person?
be meant to be really good friends. What I
But
don't
why
even
we
know why
can't
this
do
would be
that in person?
controversial. I don't want to do that in
Why do
person.
we have to do that over the phone
I
for the
have
next
no
2 months?
desire in doing
Like
that
we
in
don't
person.
live in the same city.
So look, so dating is a delineation process. When I meet you, right, if you're attractive, I expect that you're talking to 3 to 5 guys. That's my assumption. Y'all gonna say, no, not me. Whatever, who cares, right? I assume that, right? Because of delineation. I don't mean you're fucking 3 to 5 guys you're talking to. Delineation, right? So for you, you can have 3 to 5 niggas take you out. Now, if I'm talking to 3 girls, 5 girls, now I got to take all of them out, spend all my time and resources doing that when I could literally just get to know them and decide who makes sense to go out with. It makes sense for me, and I don't give a fuck what makes sense for you. I'm doing it for me, not you.
No, I understand that this is your process. I understand that this is how you operate. And again, just like you said, you doing it for you, my perspective is that it don't take that long for me. So it don't take that long for me. If you made me sit on the phone and talk to you for 3 months, we wouldn't make it 3 months because I don't talk to you on the phone for 3 months. I need to see you. Let's talk in person. We don't have to go on a date to talk in person. We can meet somewhere and sit on the bench and talk. We don't have to meet. We don't have to go to the steak restaurant. We don't have to do that. But why I would feel like you got something to hide or you got some chick somewhere or something like that because 3 months is excessive to me.
Hey, Shaw, look, this is why I look when I tie everything together, right? Me, Shaw, and Hamp, we talk, right? And I say, when I meet a woman, I just want her Instagram. I don't even want your number. I'm not even going to set it up like I'm going to be calling you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get to know you. I want to see how you move online, things like that. I want it to progress to that point, right? So this is
But
me.
never talk.
This is me. Great. This is me starting. This is me starting in the friend zone purposely because I'm not thirsty. So it shouldn't even be any pressure to have to jump to a date because I'm starting intentionally in the friend zone. I don't
So
need
you gonna ask her for her Instagram and DM her every day?
Yeah, girl, I was about to ask, like, how does this
not at
go?
all.
Like the
Just don't
progression
go how it
I've been
goes.
tr-
from Instagram
I'm
to
asking you a question.
nothing.
So you ask her for her Instagram and then you DM her every day?
Now, so the first thing is I'm gonna check. So the very first thing is I need to know who you know. Because let's say I meet you, but I used to date her. I need to know if y'all know each other. Because if it's a conflict of interest, then I'm not gonna do no wacky shit. I'm not gonna do that. But if it's clear, cool. If you post some, well, the very first thing I'm be like, well, it's nice meeting you, blah, 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 blah. The conversation can go from there. Other than that, we'll have touch points. If I post some, you react versus, you know what I'm saying, vice versa. I like to just slow that shit down. It ain't gotta be speeding through it.
I think you capping because you just said you've been a side nigga. Now you talking about is you care about whether a woman know
Decades.
who they know. Like
For
you
decades.
don't care
It's
about
giving
that.
double double.
You don't
So,
care
so
about
look,
who a woman know. Like you've been a side nigga.
For decades. Quote him right.
take
That's
it,
what you said.
take it how y'all want to take it, man. I realize it's easier to say what y'all saying right now instead of addressing the premise. I realize that.
What was the premise? I
I
forgot.
addressed the
Exactly,
premise.
exactly, right? Exactly.
I told you your perspective
Hey,
of
I
my
like to share the mic because
Well,
y'all got it.
however you
Y'all
roll
got
is how you roll.
We like
I'm
it,
not into
Shawn.
changing no
Yeah, we
one's
like it.
preference.
it.
I'm not
Good luck.
into
Good luck out
trying
there.
to change nobody's mind. Your preference is your preference.
Good
What?
luck, man.
I thought y'all
Hey,
didn't agree.
I wouldn't think what I'm saying would be controversial to women, though. I would
Yes.
think the niggas, it's usually the niggas pushing back on this. This is
Is
pause.
I
Pause.
told you I've been trying to
I
show,
don't
and I'd be like, let me get the Instagram. I'd be like, what? Nigga, take my
overblown.
number. I told you. I've been trying,
know.
you know.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing. Me being a social media influencer, if somebody asks me for my Instagram, I try to avoid that in the beginning because some of the stuff I say on social media, I don't want you to get the wrong impression because now granted what I say, I mean, but I talk a lot on social media. So I don't want you to base my entire personality off of what you seeing on my page.
So
Like because who I am outside of social media does differ.
you don't think we're intelligent enough, the two of us, to have a conversation about it, and you say exactly what you just said?
Of course I can, but I
I would
would
pause.
prefer your first impression of me be me and not my social media. To me, that's backwards. I'm just saying for me. So that might be why you getting pushback from like people off they because it ain't that I'm on social media half naked and with my ass out, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want you to know, or I got all these niggas I'm hugged up with. It's just that I want you to see me for me. I don't want you to
Look,
see
what if you and Tamia is cool? Y'all are familiar with each other, right? Y'all probably ain't in the same place. Y'all cool with each other, right? And so I used to date her, and now I'm talking to you. Whole time we find out when we get on this panel, like, girl, yeah, you and you. Wouldn't it make sense to avoid that? That don't make sense.
So I guess that goes back to the conversation we was having a little early on.
Usually when women avoid the question, that means yes, it makes sense. Okay, thank you.
Like I said, it goes back to the questions that was asked early on. I don't care. Um, I don't care about what you used to do before me. Now, if it's my friend, if this is a close friend of mine, yeah. But
How would I know if it's a close friend of yours or not? If I don't know. If I don't know if y'all friends.
I mean,
why is
so
that
you're gonna
why is
go
that
on my
person you
social
start
media
off?
and assume that every woman that's following me we're close. You don't know who I'm close with. It's not like I got my friends posted on my page. How would you determine that from my social media, my
He
Instagram?
just saying the degrees of separation. The fact that there is a connection is something that he can make a predetermination about, as opposed to having to weed through a bunch of shit. You see?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this: that's like he's gonna have to, if he's going using my Instagram for an example, that means he has to go through my following, and you can't tell who I have a
No.
relationship with,
I mean, but it do come up that y'all got mutual friends though.
Yeah, it'll show those
right?
people first, right? And so let's say it's a girl that he knows, right? It's just as simple as, hey, how you know her, right? Right, and he can move on
Okay.
from there, right? Because he's already saying he don't intend to even see you for 2 months. That might cut that timeline shorter, where you ain't gonna get a DM going forward.
At that
Okay.
point in my head, I'm thinking, how long was your whole phase? Because how many women you done fucked with? Well, that's the first thing that's on your brain. That who I know because you worried about
No, we don't have enough time for
it's
that.
like
Yeah. God damn, the sign language popped out early. God damn.
Yeah,
We
so
halfway through the
crazy.
show. Damn, man. So
All
I
right.
so I'm not allowed to vet. Is that what we said?
Yeah, you
absolutely
can.
allowed to
But
vet. If it's your
why
vet
why
process, go
assume
for it.
that anybody can control my vetting process?
We didn't try to control it, but this is the conversation that we're having, and our perspectives differ.
Well, let's do final on this one. What y'all think? Any other thoughts that need to be conveyed for this particular topic? We good?
I think I'm good.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. AL with the $5 says first dates, museum, boba tea, and slice of pizza. Running errands, volunteering, walk in the park, Dave and Buster's, pool, etc. The key is active.
I like that.
Callie with the $5 says his dick ain't equal to your motherfucking bills neither. Callie Beth.